Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Stephen Curry hits night-night celebration after hitting dagger in exhibition game in China. Stephen Curry is currently in China and touring the country while promoting Under Armour as one of the brand's key ambassadors and owner of the Curry brand. Curry was playing in an exhibition game in Shanghai, which ended with a Curry three-pointer. Naturally, the Warriors star hit his opponents with the night-night taunt after a dagger shot. Curry's night-night became a popular celebration during the 2022 playoffs, as Curry often used the celebration after hitting a game-clinching shot against whichever opponent was in front of them. The last 2 seasons have seen the Warriors take backward steps in the Western Conference, not giving Curry many opportunities to use the signature celebration as the team struggles to make the playoffs. We saw the celebration come back in a big way during the 2024 Paris Olympics, with Curry using it in the final 2 games of the tournament as he put away both Serbia and France to help Team USA clinch the gold medal. Curry even trademarked the phrase "Newt Newt," which means night-night in French. The popularity of the night-night celebration extends beyond basketball, with the greatest soccer player of all time, Lionel Messi, using the celebration after 2 goals in his most recent game for Inter Miami. We're seeing NFL players and more soccer players use Curry's celebration, showing how influential he is around the world. Former NBA player and ESPN analyst Jalen Rose picked Curry as the most influential player in the NBA on the Courtside Club podcast, even ahead of LeBron James. Right now, yes. When you see LeBron James, you can't ignore the fact that he's a physical specimen. But when you see Steph Curry, you're like, him? We're the same height, we are the same build, I can be him. That influence, plus his game and his championship pedigree and getting his finals MVP. Steph Curry is not a point guard or a shooting guard. I've called him the vanguard for years. The leader of the new school. Curry changed the game with his shooting ability, prompting NBA hopefuls of all sizes around the world to have a competent jumper to rely upon as Curry can. Even with all the additional competition, Curry has firmly established himself as the greatest shooter in the history of the sport, with no fans doubting his status. All Steph needs now is a competent lineup around him to try and push for another championship 16 years into his career. The 36-year-old Curry averaged 26.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.1 assists last season, but will need to elevate his game even more to be competitive this season with the departure of Klay Thompson. The Warriors' pursuit of superstars such as Jimmy Butler and Giannis Antetokounmpo won't materialize in the short term, so Curry will have to be the one to carry the franchise until they can make a move for a genuine co-star. Mavericks' Klay Thompson gives confident season forecast. After a monumental offseason move from Golden State to Dallas, Klay Thompson has big expectations for his new team going into the 2024-25 NBA campaign. Thompson shared his thoughts on the season and what he foresees. Let's hear what he had to say. The Mavericks' Klay Thompson acquisition this summer has the potential to be the signing of the offseason if all goes well in Big D. There was much attention and talk throughout last season surrounding the Golden State Warriors and Thompson's future there. Well, Thompson is now a Maverick with the opportunity to play alongside Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. This grouping would have carried on the Big Three mantra in the NBA 5 or so years ago. While not so much now with the present career points of Irving and Thompson, the two with Luka still have the potential to be a legitimate threat in the West. According to Grant Afseth of the Dallas Hoop Journal, Klay Thompson is confident in the Mavericks' chances in a deep, crowded West. I'm excited, it's a whole new chapter of my career that has the potential to be really special, he said. The team was so close last year, 3 wins away from a championship, so I know we have the ingredients for success. We just have to stay together and build week by week. I know we can do something special. And that's why I'm here early, just to get a feel for the city and the lay of the land. And I'm having fun while doing it. Klay Thompson loves his boat, this was a common theme during his time living in San Francisco as a Warrior. He loved to be on the water, which hasn't changed since moving to Dallas. During summer workouts in Los Angeles, Thompson gifted some of his new teammates a boat ride to Catalina. Klay Thompson also recently spent time with Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, and J.J. Barea. The foursome participated in a friendly tennis match in honor of Nowitzki's foundation, the Dirk Nowitzki Foundation Tennis Classic. Thompson looks to be doing just fine, starting over after an 11-year run with the Warriors. Warriors named Best Landing Spot for $146 million NBA star. The Golden State Warriors are viewed as the potential best landing spot for six-time NBA All-Star Jimmy Butler, according to Bleacher Report's Andy Bailey. Bailey believes Butler can benefit from the Warriors' pace-and-space schemes, with Stephen Curry as the main hub of the offense. Curry's unparalleled outside shooting would give Butler more room to operate in that short to mid-range territory he already dominates. Butler's playmaking and in-between game, in return, would make it harder to sell out on Curry's off-ball movement, Bailey wrote on September 16. A Butler trade would represent an all-in move for the Warriors to maximize Curry's remaining years as an elite player in the NBA. No other Warrior besides Curry averaged more than 18 points per game last season. Getting Butler would give the Warriors his best co-star since Kevin Durant during their back-to-back title runs in 2017 and 2018. Butler, 35, is called Playoff Jimmy for his penchant for playing big games during the postseason. While Butler lost in the NBA Finals twice with the Miami Heat, he averaged 24.1 points, 8.3 assists, and 6.6 rebounds in 11 games. The Warriors are interested in Butler, according to The Athletic's Sam Amick. Jimmy Butler's going to be a free agent next summer, didn't get an extension done, Amick said on the TK Show podcast on September 12. The Warriors, as you know, have interest there and I think probably, they made a couple of calls during the summer. Butler's future in Miami was clouded with uncertainty following Heat president Pat Riley's telling statement during his exit interview. "We don't have to do that for a year," Riley told reporters about Butler's extension while speaking to reporters during his exit interview on May 6. "And so, we have not discussed that internally right now, but we have to look at that, making that kind of commitment." Butler is on the final guaranteed year of his 3-year, $146.4 million contract. He holds a $52.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season but is currently extension eligible and can sign a 1-year, $58.6 million extension tucked into the final year of his current deal or a 2-year, $112.9 million extension that would void the player option, according to ESPN's Bobby Marks. The rebuilding Brooklyn Nets loom as the biggest threat to get Butler out of Miami if he enters free agency next summer. According to Brian Lewis of the New York Post, Butler is fond of the Nets, who will have the most cap space. Butler isn't just open to Brooklyn, but fond of it, sources told the Post, Lewis wrote on September 7. Now, he's not a Net and he might never get close to becoming one. But to dismiss the possibility out of hand is foolish. Butler will be the top free agent if the Heat does not extend him because he is likely to decline his player option, according to Lewis. The odds of him picking up his player option are slim unless he agrees to a max deal with the Heat beforehand, Lewis wrote on August 31. The 6-time All-Star is the most accomplished standout on that free agent list not named LeBron James, and he likes Brooklyn, according to sources close to the player. With a shortage of cap room, the Warriors' only chance at Butler is to trade for him, which the Heat would also hope to do if their franchise star wants out. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.